Welcome back to Mount Olive High School in Mount Olive, New Jersey for Pope John Lady Lion girls field hockey. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's game as the Pope John Lady Lions are taking on the Mount Olive Marauders. I have to apologize for some audio technical difficulties. We didn't have audio for the last 10 to 15 minutes of that first half, so my apologies. It looks like it is working again, so let me get you up to speed on what transpired in those last few minutes of the second quarter. Mount Olive continued to press the issue with Pope John, trying to score that first goal. And then finally, with about 30 seconds remaining in the first half, number 28 for Mount Olive scoring into the back of the net, assisted by number 14 for the Marauders. So there is the first goal of the game, with about 30 seconds to go in the second quarter from Mount Olive. So your score at halftime is 1-0, Mount Olive leading Pope John. Let's go over the roster for the Lady Lions here as we are still in halftime. We start with number 1, Julia Zwicky. Number 2 is Taylor Struble. Number 3 is Laura Sellis. Number 4, McGee Costello. Number 5, Ava Cunningham. Number 6, Callie Hartnett. Number 7 is Reese Van Benschoten. Number 8 is Anna Sponstra. Number 9 is Vicenza Marucci. Number 10 is Caitlin Honig. Number 11, Kendall Weiss. Number 12, Gabriella Celentano. We have a number 13 on the field. Unfortunately, I don't have a name. We'll look up the rosters and have those all set to go by the beginning of the season. Number 14 is Bryden Stellato. Number 15, Molly Austin. Number 16 is Allison Bizarro. Number 17 is Olivia Zawicki. Number 19, Gianna Reali. Number 20 is Gianna Gregorio. Number 22 is Brooke Fox. Number 23 is Carlin Sainsbury. Number 24, Brooklyn Nunez. Number 26 is Samantha Amalung. And the goalkeepers, number 99, Evelyn Gerald. And also Delaney Hartman, who has no number but a black jersey. So there's your roster for the girls' field hockey team for the Pope John Lady Lions. This is their last exhibition as they take on Mount Olive. The regular season starting in earnest on Saturday, 9 a.m. at Sparta High School. The crosstown rivalry renewed. Pope John and Sparta in girls' field hockey, the first game of the season. And then I believe the Lady Lions head out on Monday to, I think it's Wallkill Valley. I'd have to check that. And then Wednesday, the home opener against Parsippany Hills at Pope John High School. We'll see if we can cover that. So those are the games on the schedule for the girls' field hockey team. It is 1-0 as the team gets set to leave the huddle on the side of the field and come back to the field to start second half action. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emmering. The athletic director is Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. The head coach of the Pope John Lady Lions girls field hockey team is Kelsey Stefkovich. I'm Mike Formasano. We're here live at Mount Olive High School in Mount Olive, New Jersey. So referees get set to take the field. The teams will in just a minute, and we'll be back for third quarter action right here from Mount Olive High School. It's the Marauders leading the Pope John Lady Lions 1-0. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Mount Olive High School in Mount Olive, New Jersey. For Pope John Lady Lions girls field hockey, Mike Formasano along with you as we get set to start the second half. The Lady Lions in their white jerseys with gold numbers and blue skirts with gold trim. White socks, they're going right to left now, north to south. Mount Olive in their black jerseys with red numbers and red writing on the front, black skirts and red socks, they're going left to right. Ball goes out of bounds and goes over to Mount Olive. Well, now with new half starting and the team's going the opposite direction, perhaps we'll get more action on this side of the field. It seemed like about 80% of the play was on the far side throughout most of the first half. So maybe we'll get a break and it'll be more on this side. So here is Pope John with possession. Just underway here, third quarter. The pass from number 4, McGee Costello. Intercepted by 5 for Mount Olive. Mount Olive coming in. Kicked away by goalkeeper number 99, Evelyn Gerald. Now number 14 for Mount Olive. We got a whistle on the play. And it's going to go over to Pope John. Mount Olive with a good job of dominating the action and keeping it in the Pope John side of the field for most of the first half, but not really able to score. Pope John defense clamping down deep in their own zone for 29 and a half for the first 30 minutes. And then number 28 for Mount Olive scoring. Assist by number 14 to get Mount Olive on the board 1-0. Here's the ball over to Olivia Zawicki. The junior passes it to the far side of the field. And here we go. Mount Olive turns things around. Now Zawicki. Ball picked up by Mount Olive at the midfield stripe. Taken away is Pope John. Number 3, Laura Sellis. Pass up the field. Number 18 for Mount Olive sending it back towards us. Past Costello. Here's number 8 coming in on net. The shot towards the net kicked away by the Pope John netminder. That's Gerald. Just underway here, second half from Mount Olive High School. Mount Olive sets up just outside the 16-foot circle. Out to number 3. Shot comes in, deflected. Goes out of bounds, wide right. It'll remain Mount Olive possession. Pass back up to the top of the circle. The shot comes in. Deflected down by Zawicki. Good defense by Olivia. Now off the shin guard of Julia Zawicki. To the left side, Mount Olive trying to turn around. The shot on goal. Deflected down by the defense. And the Pope John D getting in the way of that one. Good play by number 13. So one person I don't... Oh, no, not number 13. Number 13 is right in front of me. Number 14. And that was Bryden Stellato. Now 13 in front of us. 2 Mount Olive defenders. Number 18 taking it away. Past Julia Zawicki. Past Costello. 18 on the right side of the net. Pass across in front. The shot, save, rebounds loose. On the side of the net, Pope John fighting for it. And now there's Caitlin Honig in there to the right of the Pope John goal. Cleared out of the way by number 13. With 10:45 to go, third quarter, Mount Olive will set up again. One nothing, Mount Olive leads over Pope John. Fanned on the pass. Mount Olive player comes out. Julia Zawicki stepping in front of that. Olivia as well. Over to 14 on the backhand. Shot, score! Nice goal by Mount Olive. Number 14 with the backhander. Lifted it about shoulder high, and it beats goalkeeper number 99, Evelyn Gerald. So Mount Olive takes a 2-0 lead. Time in the goal. 10:07 remaining in the third quarter. So number 14 with a goal and an assist today. And Mount Olive leads 2-0. Now the midfield stripe, here comes Pope John. It's number 6, Callie Hartnett. Mount Olive takes it back the other way. Past the fence, there is Evelyn. Kicks it out. Number 5 picks it up for Mount Olive. The shot, blocked by Gerald, goes wide right, out of bounds. And Pope John with, Mount Olive with possession. Because it was saved by Pope John, that's right. So, goes over to Mount Olive. They'll start things up. It's number 16 for the Marauders. Poked away by the Pope John defense. That was Ellison there. Shot on goal. Good save by Gerald. Booting that with her right pad and foot. Out of bounds. And so Mount Olive will set up again. 9:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Mount Olive has grabbed a 2-0 lead on Pope John. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. for Pope John High School, the Pope John Lions freshman football team will take on Paramus Catholic. Pope John and Paramus Catholic, 5 p.m. right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Here's the shot by Mount Olive, just wide of the net. Missed the right post by about a foot, maybe 6 inches. So here's the pass from number 2, Taylor Struble. Julia Zawicki trying to get it up to number 13. Pope John ball. Zawicki with the slap. Off of Mount Olive, goes out of bounds, and Pope John will start things up.
Yes, thank you.
Number 13 for Pope John. Sends it up. Blocked down by Mount Olive, but it's going to remain Pope John possession. Number 6, Callie Hartnett has it now. Hartnett takes a swipe up to Honig. Honig fighting for it. Now up the sideline, number 18 sidesteps Zawicki. Julia gets it back right on the near side. Rolls out of bounds, and it will be Mount Olive possession. So Hartnett, Zawicki, number 13 there. Zawicki stops it. Goes back to Mount Olive. Number 13 takes a hit on it. Honig has it now. Caitlin Honig with it. Number 5 for Mount Olive. Trying to work her way through the middle of the field. Infraction on Pope John. He'll go over to Mount Olive. That was McGee Costello with the ball. Hopefully by the regular season, we'll have full rosters. Ball in front, number 8 trying to poke it home. Cleared out of the way by the Pope John defense. I believe that's number 2, Taylor Struble in there. So good defense by her. $6:15 to go, third quarter. Here's number 16. Sends it through. 18 with it. Through the box, and it comes back over to the Pope John defense. It cleared out of the way. Well, Mount Olive keeps possession. Took a swipe of that. Missed the ball. That was me at the golf driving range the other day. It's number 3, Laura Sellis. Sends it up to 13. 13 down the near sideline. 16 on her. Fight for the ball. 13 with the pass over to number 2, Taylor Struble. Taken away by Mount Olive. Oh, good defensive play by Sellis. Now Julia Zawicki on the left side. Zawicki with the pass towards the net. Off the side of the net. Goes out of bounds, and Mount Olive will gain possession. 2-0 Marauders lead over the Lady Lions. Third quarter, about 5:09 to go. You're watching Pope John Lady Lions field hockey on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. This is Mike Formisano bringing you today's game. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, Julia Zawicki. Pass over to 13. Now towards the sideline. Goes out of bounds. And it'll be Mount Olive ball. Now number 46 with it for Mount Olive. Takes a swipe. Intercepted by Julia Zawicki. Out of bounds. It'll go over Pope John. Bounced off a Mount Olive player. Number 6, Callie Hartnett. Hartnett takes a shot off of number 16 for Mount Olive, and Pope John will regain possession. Hartnett with the swipe. Stolen away. Here's Pope John with it, number 13. Over to 6. Hartnett. Hartnett. Breaks towards the middle of the field, now to Julia Zawicki. Zawicki. Taken away by the Marauders. Blocked there by Hartnett. And it'll be Mount Olive ball. Pass up to 28. 28 into Pope John territory. Number 18 in the corner. So here's number 28. On the side of the field. Stolen away by Pope John. Lady Lions moving up the field. They've got room to run. That's Hartnett. Hartnett stops. Pass over to number 13. Back to Hartnett. Tied up by number 8. And action off the leg of number 8, so Pope John will get it. McGee Costello with it. Costello starts things up. Pass over. That's Olivia Zawicki. Ball intercepted by Mount Olive. Number 18 racing after it. Keeps it in bounds. Good play. Coming in on Costello. Trying to center it towards the net. It's intercepted by Zawicki. Now over to Struble. Taylor Struble gives it to number 13. Infraction on the play against 13, and so here is number 28 for Mount Olive. You'll definitely have to find out who number 13 is. Two 2-0 Mount Olive leads with a minute and a half to go, third quarter. Mount Olive takes a swipe at it, goes over the back line. It should be Pope John ball. Well, stolen away off of Costello's stick. Now here's number 18 with the shot on goal. What a save by Evelyn Gerald. Kicks at it with her right pad and foot. Knocks it out of bounds. So number 3 with it. Off of the leg of Laura Sellis. 28 in the corner, along with 13 for Pope John. Now number 8, saved by Gerald. Knocked out of bounds. Number 13, can I ask your name? Brees?
Yeah.
What's the last name? Oh, so that number. Okay, thank you. Oh, there is the end of the. No, it's a buzzer, but we're running off the referee's clock, and they're still playing. All right, so finally I was able to ask number 13 her name, and she was able to happily give it to me. Reese Van Benschoten. So we have her on the roster, 7, but she's wearing number 13 today. So glad I can use a name going forward. So, well, there's the referee's whistle to end the third quarter. So at least now number 13 being on the field. After 3 quarters, I can refer to her of who she actually is. Reese Van Benschoten, wearing number 13 instead of 7. Meantime, Mount Olive adds a goal in the third quarter by number 14, and that was a beautiful backhand shot past goalkeeper Evelyn Gerald. And so Mount Olive was able to take a 2-0 lead. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this from Mount Olive High School in Mount Olive, New Jersey on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. 2-0 Mount Olive over Pope John. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Mount Olive High School in Mount Olive, New Jersey, right outside of Flanders, as the Pope John Lady Lions are taking on the Mount Olive Marauders in this last exhibition of the 2025 preseason. Mike Formisano here, calling today's preseason game as the Marauders lead 2-0, goals by number 28 and number 14, who also assisted on 28's goal for Mount Olive. Now, Pope John going towards the north goal, and it's a change in goal again. The goalkeeper now is Delaney Hartman in place of Evelyn Gerald. So Gerald played the first and third quarters, and Delaney gets quarters 2 and 4. Pope John going right to left in their white jerseys, gold numbers, blue skirts, and gold trim, white socks. And Mount Olive in their their black jerseys with red numbers, black shorts, I believe, and red socks. Fourth quarter underway as Mount Olive will start things up. Over to number 18, the ball rolls towards the sideline, out of bounds. Pope John ball. So now Reese Van Benschoten. That's much better than saying number 13 all game. Van Benschoten will inbound. Pass over to Hartnett. Stolen away by number 33. Now 47. Pope John player down. That is number 8 on a Sponstra. Olivia Zawicki with a left-handed lunge. Over to Van Benschoten. And here comes Laura Sellis up the field. Sellis moving towards the middle. Good pass. And that is number 10, Honig. Taken off her stick by number 3 for Mount Olive. And here is Callie Hartnett. Hartnett moving in. The pass up. Right in front of the goal. Julia Zawicki. The shot goes wide right. Out of bounds. Callie Hartnett trying to put that in. Just inside the right post. Just missed. So Pope John with some pressure here in the fourth quarter. Getting in towards the Mount Olive goal. Still plenty of time. 13 and a half to go in quarter number 4. But the Lady Lions down by a deuce. 2-0. Now number 14 with it. Pass up. Zawicki stolen away by Mount Olive. Now and the equipment of number 9, Vincenza Marucci. Now another lunge to Van Benschoten. Reese Van Benschoten right on the sideline. Whistle, obstruction. And it will go over to Pope John. So Hartnett places the ball down. Passes it up, intercepted by 18 for the Marauders. Olivia Zawicki getting in front of that. Pass over to Van Benschoten, just past her, out of bounds. Mount Olive will gain possession. 12:20 remaining, fourth quarter. Now here's number 3. Over to 18, the shot on goal. It's in front, covered. Pope John able to get in front of that. Goalkeeper Delaney Hartman as well as her defenseman. Olivia Zawicki back there helping out. Zawicki will send it forward. Taken by number 28 for Mount Olive. And there's Van Benschoten. Reese Van Benschoten, number 13. Pass across. Up the field. Here's Honig. Over to number 14. Bryden Stellato. And again, if I'm getting any of these names, the pronunciations incorrect, just come find me and we'll be able to make that correction. I literally got a copy of the schedule or the roster before the game today. So kicked away from the goal by Delaney Hartman. And it's going to be Mount Olive setting up for a free pass or free set on the 16-yard crease. If you're wondering what that dome is behind it, it's a center point dome. And they're able to have scrimmages. Pope John boys lacrosse had Junior Lions had a scrimmage in there a couple of years ago, in the middle of March when it was really cold outside. And the dome served well. It's nice inside. Nice and warm that night, too. Shot by number 18 for Mount Olive. Just goes wide. Over the back line. It was deflected down by Pope John, so Marauders will start out with it. Two 2-0, Mount Olive leads over Pope John in this last scrimmage before the regular season begins on Saturday at Sparta High School. 9 a.m. start. Cleared out of the way. Hartnett has it in the corner. 47 steals it away from her. Van Benschoten now over to Number 6, Callie Hartnett. Hartnett, Sponsor down there as well. And here's Pope John. Pass up. Taken away by Mount Olive. Now Honig sends it across field, but the Marauders have it. Over to number 14, Bryden Stellato. Over to 39, it's blocked. Blocked by Vincenza Marucci. And Olivia Zawicki sending it up the field. Kept in bounds by Pope John, but Mount Olive was able to take it away. 33 has it now. Now to Pope John. It'll be Lady Lion ball. Pope John Lady Lions girls field hockey team. Season starts on Saturday against Sparta. Here's Hartnett. Callie Hartnett moving in with it. Hartnett towards the goal. Taken away by Mount Olive. Good block there by Callis or Laura Sellis. Mount Olive with possession. 8:08 to go. Fourth quarter. Oh, blocked down by the stick of number 39 for Mount Olive. That's above where she can play it. So it'll be Pope John possession. Van Benschoten moving over to the ball. Now it's going to be taken by Olivia Zawicki. Zawicki, pass over to Julia, her sister. Cleared out, stopped by Zawicki. Zawicki sends it up. Hartnett, pass over to Marucci. Infraction against Mount Olive, so Pope John will take it. Here's Van Benschoten in front of Marucci. Now the shot on goal, right in front. Score! Number 6, Callie Hartnett scores the goal to make it 2-1. Mount Olive over Pope John. The Lady Lions back in the game. 7:16 remaining. Callie Hartnett scores the proximate goal to go ahead and cut the lead to 1. So plenty of time for Pope John to get back into this. That's a big goal for Hartnett and the Lady Lions. Now Mount Olive starts things up. Hartnett pressing the issue. Here's number 5 on the sideline. And Benschoten will pick it up. You can see the urgency in the Lady Lions now to get back into this game. And Benschoten with the pass up to Sellis. Comes back to her. Now here's Mount Olive the other way. They got a rush going. Number 5 with it. Blocked, good defense by Anna Sponstra. Now Van Benschoten, can she keep it in? No. Mount Olive ball. Number 29 will inbound with 6.5 remaining in the fourth. Big swipe by 29. Now number 5 for Mount Olive. Sponsor defending. Shot towards the goal, knocked down by Olivia Zawicki. Now the pass upfield. Good pass over to Honig. Caitlin Honig. Pope John in Mount Olive territory now. Number 39 with Mount Olive for it. Sends it up the field. Right in on Delaney Hartman. 18 comes in towards the nets in her feet. Blocking it out. Pope John defense back to help her. Great defense by Olivia Zawicki. It'll be against Pope John, but, the Lady Lions will take that. Mount Olive right on top of the goalkeeper, and Hartman was able to keep it out until the cavalry came in, and Olivia Zawicki back there getting in front of that. So now Mount Olive outside the 16-yard circle. Lady Lions want any chance of getting this game tied. They want to stop Mount Olive right here. Now to pass up. The shot goes out of bounds. Pope John possession. Well, Mount Olive taking their best shot, but went out of bounds off the fence. So the Lady Lions will start things up with 4:50 and counting. Zwicky would pass over. To the far side, goes out of bounds. I think that'll be Mount Olive possession. Marauders scoring late in the second quarter. Number 28 with the goal with about 30 seconds to go. Assisted by number 14. 14 scored for Mount Olive in the third quarter. But then number 6 for Pope John, Callie Hartnett, scoring the goal to cut it to 2-1. Infraction on the hands against Pope John. It'll be Mount Olive possession. 4:05 to go. Fourth quarter. Mount Olive protecting a 2-1 lead. 16 with the shot blocked down. Good block on the knee by Laura Sellis. Clock down to 3:40 on a Sponstra, bringing the ball up. It's a pass number 18 towards the sideline, out of bounds. So Pope John will start up. That's number 30. And here's Van Benschoten. Pass back to Sponstra. Gives it to Olivia Zwicky, the junior. Pass up the field. Intercepted by number 14 for Mount Olive. 3 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Now that's the clock on the scoreboard. The referees are keeping the official time on the field. So it may be exact, may not be. So we'll go with the referee's call, of course. But the clock shows 2:50. Zwicky in front, number 16 poking it wet. The shot on goal, score. Mount Olive able to tuck it home into the left side of the net. Pass the goalkeeper for Pope John. Less than 3 minutes remaining. And Mount Olive scores to make it 3-1. The goal scored by number 22 for Mount Olive. 3-1, Marauders lead over Pope John. So now the Lady Lions will have to act quickly here to get 2 goals on the board in the next 2.5 minutes. Here's number 3, Laura Sellis. Sellis with the pass to Van Benschoten. She moves it forward. Reese Van Benschoten right near the line. And the Mount Olive player number 5 ties up Van Benschoten, so she gets a free hit. Taken away by Mount Olive off the ankle of Laura Sellis. Number 30. Oh, no, it's actually Mount Olive ball, so. Takes a swipe. Blocked down. Right up to Julia Zwicky. Zwicky. 3-on-2. Zwicky. It's got number 16 with her. Knocked off her stick. Allison Bizzarro. Now Bizzarro has it. Pass up. Number 26 for Pope John. That's Samantha Amelung. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first 16-yard shot that Pope John has had today. And it comes with a minute to go in the fourth quarter. So see if they can take advantage of it. They trail by a deuce, 3-1. Sellis will take it over to the outside of the circle as Pope John sets up. Marcellus, pass up. Gives it to Van Benschoten. Van Benschoten in. Olivia Zawicki with it. Zawicki towards the net. Blocked down by the goalkeeper. Pope John still forcing it towards the goal. And it's in! It's in! Number 15, Molly Austin, putting it into the back of the net. And that makes the score 3-2. Do the Lady Lions have enough time to get this game square? We shall see. Clock shows 19 seconds. Again, that could be off, because we're going to go with the referees on the field. But valiant effort by the Lady Lions to come back into this game. Cutting the lead, first to 2-1, and now 3-2. It may be too little too late, but we'll see. Here's Mount Olive. Pope John pressuring. Here's number 5 on the near side. The play by Celis. And Benschoten in there. It'll be Mount Olive ball. Number 29 for Mount Olive as time clicks down. And there's the buzzer. And the referees confirm it. That's the end of the game. The Mount Olive Marauders win over the Pope John Lady Lions, as Pope John just did not have enough time to look for the equalizer. Your final score in this last scrimmage of the 2025 preseason. The Mount Olive Marauders defeat the Pope John Lady Lions 3-2. Well, good performances all around. Pope John with a valiant effort there in the fourth quarter. And we get goals by Callie Hartnett and Molly Austin, but not enough as the Lady Lions fall in this last preseason game. The regular season starts in earnest on Saturday, 9 a.m. at Sparta High School. The crosstown rivalry renewed between the girls' field hockey teams of Pope John and Sparta. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. from Pope John High School, it'll be the freshman football team against Paramus Catholic. Pope John Lions football, the freshmen against Paramus Catholic. 5 p.m., that's a time change from the initial 4 p.m. And we'll have that for you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Friday night at Paramus Catholic, it'll be the varsity football team taking on the Paladins. And then on Saturday morning, as I said, girls field hockey against Sparta, 9 a.m. And we'll see if we can bring that to you as well on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. The road opener for the Lady Lions. Sunday, Junior Lions football, 11U and 13U on Sunday afternoon. So the Junior Lions football season starts. And then JV football on Monday, home to Paramus Catholic at 4 p.m. On Tuesday, it'll be boys soccer. And that's their home opener against Morristown. And then the home opener for the girls field hockey team on Wednesday next week against Parsippany Hill. So if you want Pope John Sports, the only place you need to come, Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. So for everyone here at Mount Olive High School, Mike Formisano saying thank you so much for joining us. Final score once again, the Pope John Lady Lions fall to the Mount Olive Marauders in an exhibition 3-2. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for Pope John Lions freshman football on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Have a good night.